Testing. I'm going to say something.
Oh, yes, stopped you from having pings.
Say something back real quick?
Something back real quick.
Yeah. Welcome, fellas, to the finale of this core of the Poke Podcast. My name's Dolan Malna, and today I'm here with my good buddies, Austin and Christian. Fellas, it's been quite a ride, hasn't it? It's been quite nearly a year and a half, and here we are, getting to the end of not all of Pokemon, but coming round trip back to where we started. The road goes ever on and on, back from where it began. I don't know the rest of the poem. Austin, are you feeling sentimental about this journey right now?
Sentimental, no. Happy I finally completed the game, yes.
That's fair. And Christian, you know, when we started this, you were but a wee babe. And now, you still have a wee babe. Actually, you had one when we started. But what are you thinking about Pokemon right now?
I think that I have grown into a Pokemon over the time of us playing this game. And
Every time.
And I've enjoyed it. I enjoyed Gen 1, Gen 2, and Gen 3. And now, my question is, where do we go from here?
Okay. Are we gonna... Well, how about we keep that in suspense if y'all are okay for the end of the podcast. Listeners, this is not the end of the Gameboys at all. Just because we're taking a break from Pokemon. There might be other things ahead, but we'll save that little teaser, I think, for the end, if y'all are okay with that, and just focus on finishing this game right here, right now. Does that sound good?
Sounds good to me.
Yeah.
Alright. So I wanted to start off with a question that I fundamentally failed as a host to ask last time. This was really on me to do, and I just failed in my duty, so for that I apologize. But I am rectifying that right now, and asking, what is a remake? Obviously, this is a remake of the Gen 1 games. We've even talked about that a little bit on the last one, but I thought it behoove us to really define what is a remake versus a remaster versus a reimagining, and what we would want out of any of these for a Pokemon game. So I'm going to shoot that over to Christian and ask you first, what's a remake, a remaster, and a reimagining?
Well, I'm not a Poke scientist, so don't quote me on this. But from my understanding, a remake is remaking. A remaster is remastering. And reimagining is reimagining. So, need I say
words
more?
have never been spoken.
But in all seriousness, remake is my understanding at least, they take the premise of the old game and pull it into today. They probably add some stuff, maybe change a couple things. Remaster, from my understanding, is they keep almost everything the same, except porting it to a newer console or a new system. If I'm wrong, I apologize. And reimagining, I'm honestly not sure.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair. Follow up on that, Austin, do you have an example of a game you think that might be a reimagining versus a remake or a remaster?
I honestly don't. I mean, I'm assuming a reimagining is just like they take a game, they saw, like, okay, well, this is what made this game this. Let's take that name and do something completely different, is what I'm imagining that concept is. And I don't think I've played a game that is like that.
I could see reimagining is a little bit looser, because I think most people tend to agree on that remake versus remaster, whereas a remake is like, yeah, we're keeping the spirit of the thing, but we're pretty drastically tinkering with it, whereas remaster is like, nope, it's like that Halo Anniversary Edition where you can literally swap between the old and new graphics, but it's basically the same game.
That's a pure remake. Or not remake,
well,
that's a pure remaster in its purest form.
Reimagining seems to be a little bit looser, but I'd imagine a lot of reboots would fit kind of into that, where it's like we're taking some of the core concepts and drastically changing them. The first one that comes to mind is going to be obscure and no one's going to understand it, but Bionic Commando was like a 2D kind of side-scrolling action shooter, and then it got like remade and rebooted as this like 3D over-the-shoulder shoot 'em up. And that's kind of in the vein of a reimagining. I think the reason it's separate from a reboot is you can reimagine a series without rebooting the continuity of it. A great example of that is the Castlevania series, which kept the continuity the same, but would often go back to previous titles and remake them in entirely new genres, going from like a 2D, again, side-scroller to like the Metroidvania style of game. So even though the continuity was the same and the story, wasn't drastically changed, the gameplay was basically an entirely separate game with just the bones and concepts of the original attached onto that. There's your fun fact. So I guess now that we've established what those are, Austin, where do you feel that FireRed and Leafgreen fit into that continuum?
Firmly a remaster.
Really?
Yeah, it just felt like a prettier version of Gen 1.
Interesting. Christian, do you agree? Do you disagree?
I would have called it a remake.
See, I would too, actually. So, Austin, I'd like to hear a little bit more about your thinking on why it's a remaster.
Because, this might just be a problem of Pokemon, but playing it didn't feel any different other than aesthetic-wise to Gen 1. I went through the same paths, the same gyms were there, the same people were there, the same story was there. It just looked prettier.
Okay. And Christian, why do you feel like it's more of a remake?
Well, the reason the story overall remained the same, but they did change. Well, I guess they added like abilities to Pokemon and everything that we didn't see in Gen 1, as well as there was also the 1, 2, 3 island that was kind of a different change to it.
They actually go up to 7 if you play the post game.
I can't count that high.
But yeah, I think I land a little bit more with Christian on this one in particular, that I feel like even though all Pokemon games do feel the same, I'd say mechanically this isn't... I would say this is in a different category in my brain than something like, again, the Halo 1 remaster. Because, for better or worse, cards on the table. I like this better than the original Gen 1, personally. I'd recommend it to someone else. We'll get to that later. But at the same time, this isn't an authentic experience to the first one. Just for example, you cannot have a psychic type and still beat the game, as it turns out. So, just that alone is drastically different. Even though that's just fixing a bug, it is still, I feel, a different experience. There's a couple double battles added in. There are those abilities, EVs and IVs. They're barely there. Barely there, but there are berries. So, there's a couple things I land on that, but I don't think you're some pariah to think it's a remaster, because I totally get your reasoning that, like, golly, on a casual playthrough, this sure does feel like the same game, but I think I'm going to land a little bit closer to Christian on this one, that it's a remaster, personally. So, there is that. But, labels aside, Austin, was this what you were hoping for a Gen 1 remake, remaster, reimagining? Given that it's on GBA hardware, we don't have to jump into the future, we gotta remember, but was this the sort of thing you were hoping for? Do you think they could have done more with the hardware, or is this about what you would expect and hope for, given the constraints that they were under?
Well, a lot of things were done well, in my opinion. I do think that they got the graphics down for it, since Ruby and Sapphire graphics have really amped it up, and having that face over Gen 1 really does a lot to fix some of the playthrough problems, because it was ugly playing original Gen 1. That was a big gripe of how ugly it looked. That component was nice. Adding, I guess, some of like the little extra things to the Pokemon. I didn't even notice abilities existed until I started inputting my team for Pokemon Showdown, so that's how little it matters to me. But the one thing I really wish they did was I hate the Pokemon aids that you have to talk to get items. Like Professor Aids.
I thought you meant like a sexually transmitted disease.
Oh my
I
word.
was like, I didn't run into that feature. I didn't use the breeding this gen, but maybe I was not thorough enough in my research.
Man, that's the true win game.
Oh no!
Oh no.
No, but the fact that
Wait,
XP share and other things are like, oh, did you catch all these Pokemon? That I wish was like changed. Because that was very annoying. I just didn't even bother with any of that stuff anymore because it was too annoying to try to go and get that. Even though I was trying to catch every Pokemon I came across.
So if I'm hearing you correctly, your complaints aren't that it's too different from the original, but you wish that it had maybe strayed a little bit harder into that remake versus remaster like scale?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. I think that's totally fair. Christian, what about you? Did this fulfill all your hopes and dreams? I know it's your childhood game, but after coming back and seeing where it's come from, do you think they knocked it out of the park still, or could they have done more?
I do think that they knocked it out of the park. A lot of nostalgia was felt playing through this. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I would agree that the Poke pandemic of the AIDS really caused some difficulties, because with how I'm playing through, you know, after I've caught a Pokemon, or if I've previously caught it, I can't use it in any moving forward gens. So like any HM slaves that I catch, they are forbade unless they have a new evolution moving forward. So I'm trying to catch as few Pokemon as I can. So I didn't get XP share. I didn't qualify for any of those Poke perks. So I was kind of left out of that, which caused more grinding, made me be a little more creative with where I was getting my items. But I still enjoyed it. But if I could change one thing, that would have been it. Make it a little easier, or at least some kind of an alternative to still get those items.
Somewhere in my notes that I've lost now, I said something along the lines of, it is insane that they kept this feature. I understand when the series was new, that, hey, you want to really encourage kids to actually catch different members. That Pokemon was a new type of game. You know, there had been a couple kind of monster catching side modes and things like Dragon Quest V, or maybe some of the earlier Shin Megami Tensei or something like that. But I understand, hey, we need an incentive to get people to catch the Mons. So those bonuses being there is great. But at this point, it's just hiding quality of life features behind busy work. So I'm 100% both of y'all that if I could change one thing, that would be it. But if I could change two things, it would be locking the new evolutions that the third and second generations added behind the post game. I also find that baffling. We're already changing things, as I mentioned. I don't think this is a remaster. I do think this is a remake. So why? Why would you lock that? I don't think any of us picked those Pokemon, but like, why would we? There's no incentive to get a Golbat when you cannot make it into a Crobat until the game is over. That just genuinely baffles me. But I'm trying to think. That aside, I'll say one other thing I do wish, especially with kind of the story and direction change at this point, I do wish they had taken this opportunity to kind of add a little bit more story. I still think Pokemon could really do with some more interesting characters, and I understand at the beginning where it was very mechanics focused why they maybe wouldn't go for that and very limited on space, but they've got more room. There are RPGs on the Game Boy Advance. The Final Fantasy games are all got ported to the Game Boy Advance. There was room to tell a more interesting story with more fleshed out characters, and they didn't take it. I understand this is a kid's game, but I think we can all name child-friendly stories that have depth of character and plot that the adults can also enjoy, and they've just opted not to do that here. So that makes me sad. But that aside, even with all those complaints, even with all those things we wish to do better, is this the version, Austin, that you would recommend to a new player trying to get into Pokemon? Or would you say, nah, stick with the original?
Well, if it's comparing between the original Pokemon game and this game, I would probably say this game because it's definitely the more refined version of the first game. I don't think it decided to go down a route that it made a feature that the original had worse. It's only an improvement in my eyes.
Okay, yeah. Most of the problems you had here were pretty much still in the original. We just wish they had bothered to fix those, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And Christian, I think I already know your answer, as you've mentioned this is like the pinnacle of Pokemon for you, but I do have to ask. FireRed, Leafgreen, or Red and Blue? Christian.
What? I'm still here.
No, sorry, I thought I lost you for a second. Go on.
I was thinking.
Oh man.
This is a page turner here.
You we gotta be on it. The viewers will get bored. I'll have to edit you out.
If you can only play one, I think that FireRed and Leafgreen is a great intro into the series, but from playing both of them and from my nostalgia, I would recommend playing both FireRed, Leafgreen, and Ruby Sapphire.
What? No, it was Red and Blue. Sorry, the original versions.
Oh, okay. I'm following you now.
Yeah, I was saying... I understand your confusion earlier. That's a very different question.
Yeah. I would say FireRed, Leafgreen.
Okay, yeah, that's an easier question. Yeah, because Gen 3 versus Gen 3, I do understand the thinking about it. But yeah, Gen 3 versus Gen 1, I think we're pretty unanimous that this is definitely a less revolutionary game, but it is the better one if you're coming back with the power of hindsight.
Yeah.
Well, it's interesting because there's going to be yet another remake of this later down the line, so we'll get to see if the improvements just continue or not one day. But today is not that day. Any other thoughts, either of you, on the kind of remake, what we wanted out of it, and any of those thoughts before we move on?
Negative.
All right. All right. So, related to that, we kind of already talked about what felt different, so I think it might actually be time for a trivia break. Christian, what do you got for us?
I honestly don't think I have any new fun facts for this time, and I'm sorry.
Can I be honest? Okay, I'm sorry, I'm gonna break character. Can I be honest? Listen, I think this game is very good, and we were talking about how it's better than a lot, but the development and just like what it is so dang boring that I couldn't find any trivia either. It's just like, yeah, it's the first game, but with Ruby and Sapphire mechanics and graphics on it. The end. Like, there's nothing that like revolutionary about it. So this is the first game we've just run out of trivia to even have about at this point. So. Alright, well, hey, there is one piece of trivia that I find fascinating. Austin, I think something was different this time than it was the original, was it not?
I completed the game.
Yes, you did! You beat Giovanni! Woo! Yeah!
Yeah,
How did it feel?
He didn't even get to have a move when I fought him this time. I completely obliterated him to the point where he vanished from existence in embarrassment.
Oh my, that's fantastic. Oh my word. Yeah, so did it feel like, yeah, finally? Because, this has been a long time coming.
Yeah, funny enough, it had more of an impact on me when I encountered a trainer with the Pikachu and blowing up the Pikachu than it did fighting Giovanni.
Yeah, see, you're less mad at Giovanni and more mad at the Pikachu, huh?
Yes.
I like how Pokemon Yellow of all games is the one that turned you against the series mascot. I truly think that's fantastic. Alright, well, the trivia is Austin got a chance to redeem himself, and truly, I think that's fantastic. Okay, so, from there, why don't we talk about our teams, guys? Christian, you want to go down what you've got for us?
I am ready.
Your finished team. Yeah, your finished team. Tell us about it.
So my finished team, kicking it off strong, I have an Executor, and I named him Over Easy. He finished at a ripe age of level 58, and
Oh, wow.
he's fun. He likes long walks on the beach and enjoying a relaxing beverage. Teammate number 2, we got a Dragonite, and based on the Pokedex entry, which I meant to have pulled up, but I don't have it in front of me right now.
Yeah.
It said something about how they are like incredibly fast, like over 160 miles per hour is how they fly. But you know, he's kind of got a bigger belly, so I named him Thick and Quick. And he is a...
Is that thick with 2 C's, or, you know, how's this working?
I couldn't... They limited the characters, so I couldn't do 2 C's, but you know I wanted to. He is a ripe 62. He enjoys curling up with a good book while it rains.
Oh, wow.
After him, we have Gengar, who is named Chloroform.
Oh no!
The reason for the name, it's not because I'm trying to put everybody to sleep.
I don't believe you.
The Pokedex entry, I believe it was the Haunter's Pokedex. No, I think it was the Ghastly. Talked about how their gas often knocked people out just from their presence. So I named him a Chloroform, and honestly, I wasn't sure if I was gonna get to trade him to make him in Gengar or not. So I just thought it was a fun name. He enjoys playing badminton in the dark at a nice level of 56. After him floats over Magneton named Triplets, level 71, and they, because I didn't realize until I was inputting data that Magneton is genderless, they enjoy watching 3 different televisions at the same time. All different soap operas. Next, we have Kingler, named Just a Pinch. At a level 60, he enjoys curling up in the sand and burying his toes. And then we have my Charizard, named Prince, at a mighty level 87.
Oh my word.
And he enjoys camping.
Okay. Yeah, that is quite the extensive team. I like their little backgrounds. I may have to incorporate that into my own at some point.
Thank you.
But no, I am terrified to fight Prince. I think all is lost and trying to accomplish. I spent 10 hours just today, trying to grind up to like even pose a threat, and I think I have failed in my mission. But you know, that's how it is. I guess I'll go next, and we'll save Austin's mysterious team for last. Except for, has it changed since the last time, Austin?
No.
Okay. Well, maybe the viewers have forgot, because I sure have. So, I have a yes, I have a Starmie I named Shine Sprite, because Mario Sunshine, basically. It's like did any of y'all play Mario Sunshine?
Nope.
Nope. Okay.
I played it a little bit.
He's well, that's like the things you collect, and they're nice, bright, shining stars, kind of. Yeah, he's my powerhouse at level 70. Yep. And then finally, the Chosen One's wife, the Forgotten One, has evolved into a Raichu, seeking her righteousness mission to avenge her husband that was forgotten. Or forgot her, one or the other. I haven't really figured out the backstory.
Oh my.
Taco Bell Boy is in fact a Nidoking, and he's ready to rumble. He didn't want his brother Nido Burrito to show him up, so there's that. And then there's Billy's evil twin, William. He's here too. Gonna be honest, I really wish I liked grass type more than I did. I have found them largely useless, even when I think they're cute. And Venusaur isn't even cute, so... Sorry, I'm knocking it. I don't think he has not been fantastic. About the best thing he's done is just kind of provide healing and coverage for the team, but very sad. Then, I've got Boruto's mom, the Ninetales. She sure was there. She provided some type coverage, and makes me sad that I apparently got rid of some of her best moves. I looked up after I got rid of them, like, what are Ninetales' best move? Oh, the 3 moves you just got rid of? Cool. So that was me. And then finally, I have an Aerodactyl traded to me lovingly by my brother-in-law Christian. And he named it Diglett. There's just no getting around it. That is, in fact, what his name is. Fun fact. This is my fun fact in trivia. Pokemon Showdown will not allow you to name a Pokemon another Pokemon, so we have just added an extra T for tenacity, I suppose. But that's my team. Austin, hit us with your revolutionary switch-up since the last time we talked.
Yes, the new additions are... And thank you for hearing my team. But the current team is... I have a Primeape named Leia. I don't have any backstories for this. I have my Blastoise named Luke. And I have my Mr. Mime, Han Solo. And they have been my team since the first podcast, and they have still been slaving away.
Alright. Just out of curiosity, who were your HM slaves?
Diglett. Some kind of bird that I forgot. And Oddish.
Okay, not bad. I had a little Paris, and then I had a Rhyhorn. Were kind of my HM slaves. So yeah, that was my team. Christian, did you have any HM slaves?
I also had a Paris, and at one time I had a Rattata.
Was your Rattata in the top percentage of Rattatas?
No.
Sometimes I miss youngster Joey. Okay. And I know those are technically 2 separate characters. We've combined them into one here because of the AI. On that note, fellas, shall we do our customary paper, rock, scissors?
What?
To decide who goes first in the battle.
Yeah, of course.
Oh.
We always do this. It always goes well.
Are we not going to talk about what we did?
What do you mean? What did we do?
We played more Pokemon. We haven't talked about anything that we did.
We beat the game! What else is there? Fine, give us a summation. What happened?
The one thing that stuck out to me was that Professor Oak is Grandfather of the Year. You finished beating the Elite Four. You beat... I named him Gary, but the rival. You beat Gary.
Oh, damn.
And then Professor Oak just runs up, and he just looks at Gary. I'm so disappointed at you. You were not champion for very long. Looks at me. You are awesome. Let's go into the back. And then his grandson just runs off sad. It's like, I don't blame the kid. It's like this dude's grandpa is just like, yeah, you suck. Go away. And that's just baffling to me.
Yeah, no. You didn't see that the last time, so I guess that's new to you. But
Oh yeah, it's completely
Okay.
new to me.
here's a question: does that top May coming in late to give you battle advice after you've beaten the? Elite Four?
I think there are practically equal moments for different reasons.
But yeah, no, I mean, like, I hate to say it, but this game is so similar. I don't think I have any real commentary on the last 4 gyms. We sure did fight them. I'm genuinely trying to think of anything that stood out to me as like worth discussing. Unfortunately, I still don't like teleport puzzles. Those aren't fun.
Oh yeah, nope.
Yeah, the same things I disliked, a year ago. Turns out I still dislike them. The new islands are go to island, 7 bikers in a row challenge you to a fight, and then leave. Whee! I'm sorry. I'm not saying this is a bad game, but like it is not meaningfully different in a story or context sense. It is purely just the mechanics that are slightly different at this point. So
Yeah.
yeah. So if you're wondering what we think about the FireRed and Leafgreen, we did 3 whole episodes on this. Just imagine that, but with slightly prettier graphics and better podcast production, and there you go.
I would like to think that the bikers, when they left, they drove across the water because they're that cool.
That's truly visionary, Austin. I'm putting you in charge of the next remakes.
You ready?
Hang on.
All right. Okay.
Okay. Now we're going on shoot, right?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
3, 2, 1, shoot. What? Oh, rock. Ah, I get it.
So-
I get it now.
I guess you get to pick your opponent?
I get to go first. Christian, I've been waiting for the chance to take you on. Let's do this!
Okay.
It was nice
All
knowing
right.
you, Dolan.
Yeah, I know, but I can dream.
Here we go. Oh no.
Yes, so it begins! Alright, yep, I'm gonna confuse you. Aha! You hurt yourself in your confusion, young grasshopper. I don't know how to check these things, actually. Do I take the risk? Yeah, okay. Yep, okay. Oh, it was a critical. Over easy, fainted. Alright, flamethrower for the
He's
win.
been scrambled.
Yeah, so then there's just a bench. Yeah, that was great. Alright, so obviously this is a rough time if you're me. Yeah, we're just gonna do that. Yeah. I don't blame you. Yeah, I'm gonna try this. Probably is not going to go well. Yeah. Yeah. Alright. So... yeah, why not? Alright, we're just gonna... yeah, Yes. Oof! Ooh! Jeez Louise, dude!
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to fighting that.
Your Charizard's gotta have fly, right?
Perhaps.
Alright. Austin taught me the trick about this one. Austin, this is
Oh,
for
you're
you.
doing it?
Yep.
Yes!
I don't know what's happening.
Nothing's happening yet.
Austin was like, hey, you having trouble Dragonairs?
Yeah!
Just do that. He was like, just Blizzard, don't even, just Blizzard, that's all you gotta do.
That's how I dealt
like,
with Lance. I swear, if this becomes a all tie again.
Oh, that would be so sad.
You're actually doing much better than I expected.
I was motivated. I was angry. We're gonna keep doing this! You gotta keep doing this! You realize every time you do this, it goes backwards, right? Come on, do it. I know what you're gonna do. Oh, that actually wasn't what I thought you were gonna do. Alright, let's see what happens here. How do you feel about this? Yeah. Okay. This is where things get tricky for me. Ah!
Oh no.
Interesting.
You're about to use self-destruct, aren't you?
Oh,
It wouldn't work.
Would it not?
Yeah, I had thought about that. that was
I thought you were gonna what were you gonna say?
that is something I had thought about doing, but it ended up not working.
Yeah. Alright. Don't I die? Why am I not dead?
I have to choose a Pokemon.
Now I die, right? I didn't die.
Why didn't you die?
Why didn't I die?
what's that move called? Destiny what?
Destiny Bond. Maybe it counts as a one-hit kill or something?
If it counted as a one-hit kill, then it shouldn't have validated. That doesn't make sense.
Yeah. I'm genuinely baffled. But remember the last time it had a whole thing based around status effects and none of them worked? So, like, you know,
Yeah.
sometimes... Sorry it's not going in your favor this time, but, like, I feel mildly validated because it was just...
That's so weird. Austin, if you find out why, please...
It says effect. When Destiny Bond is used, until the user moves again, if the user faints as a direct result of an attack, the attacking Pokemon also faints. If the user takes another turn, including inactive turns such as those spent sleeping or flinching, the effect disappears. So that only applies if your next hit kills you. But since you survived another turn, the effect went away.
I did not know that.
Bummer. I'm
That doesn't
genuinely
make
sorry.
sense.
Like,
Oh,
I know I
oh.
sound sarcastic, but, like, I've been on the other end where I'm like, I've got this perfect strategy! And then it, like, doesn't work how I expected it to, and then I'm just sad.
Yeah, that was disappointing, but that's okay.
Am I finally going to beat you? Have I ever beaten you? In Gen 2, I beat someone, and it wasn't you. Or did I
Me.
beat Austin in Gen 2?
I beat Christian and then you beat me.
Yeah, so I've only beaten Austin. We're gonna keep doing this, Christian.
I don't have many other options.
Yeah, things are looking pretty good for Dolan.
We'll see. Last time, because I actually went back and was looking at footage of, like, the original. Yeah. And, I was looking at footage of, what even happened. Let's see if I spread this. Okay. And, last time I got too cocky and was like, hey, I want to show off my other Pokemon before I beat you. And then I got wiped. So, I'm done being cocky. No, I'm sorry. I'm out for blood.
Now watch me lose to Christian and then beat you, Dolan. It's another time.
You know, I could accept that, to be honest. I just want to beat Christian once. He's been my white whale this entire time. We've done this for a year and a half, and I have never beat him.
Unfortunately, I think it's a guarantee.
Nah, I'm not ready to get too excited yet. I'm gonna just see how this goes.
Haven't lost a single Pokemon. He's down to 2.
Yeah.
I haven't even shown
Yeah, but-
2 of them.
Yeah, I'm just. He knows what they are. I've mentioned them before.
I don't even remember.
That's okay. It's a secret technique.
Goldfish memory.
Maybe that 10 hours of grinding finally flipping paid off. It was pure spite that energized me to get to the.
I should have grinded.
Oh, he resists that? I didn't realize that.
It is not looking good for me.
Alright. Watch me go back to just me being absolutely lazy just because I finally got one win somewhere. I genuinely, like, just spent all day grinding. Like, I neglected things I needed to do to try and get in a better position for this fight.
I need to shut you down.
Do it! Stop me!
Well, it's nice knowing you, Christian.
Yeah.
This is the bad matchup right here. Yep. Wow. Oh,
Finally!
Paralysis
Finally!
did nothing.
I'm free!
He is so excited, his mic isn't even transmitting anymore.
I know.
Oh no! Oh, can you not hear me anymore? Did I scream
just
too
hear-
loud?
Alright.
Okay.
I
That's
hoped
a bad
I would
matchup.
win this, but I don't really know. We're gonna play this game again, aren't we?
You've never played the switching game, Austin.
True.
Which is actually really funny. Oh,
I'm
go on.
terrified of this guy.
You usually don't even do switching in like Dragon Ball Fighter Z. You're like, I'm going to stick to this character till I die. Oh no! Oh, Christian, does this generation hate you?
Apparently.
He's like, run
Oh
away.
man! Holy heck!
Oh my word.
I'm faster.
Oh! Christian! Oh no!
I was ready for this, Christian.
Oh man! I wish I could see the moves you had available. Okay. This is interesting. Also, Christian, I want you to know that after the fight, your avatar changed very briefly to a little girl. I'm not sure why, but I think Pokemon Showdown was insulting you.
I was gonna say that's either an insult by the Showdown or by you.
You can spam it? You can just spam it?
Ooh, critical. Okay. What kind of berry did you pick? Did you pick like an anti-sleep berry, Austin?
I see what he's gonna do. This is cheap.
Go on, hit me.
I mean, it's
I'll wait
dude.
until you run out of moves for that.
Yeah.
We got all day.
Go on.
Yeah, but he can fake out and then do like a.
Hit me.
Oof.
Yes.
This is so unfair to poor Austin.
I'm never gonna win the fight.
No, when we catch up to the later gens, like...
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Oh, okay. That wasn't what I expected.
Thick and quick was not as quick as I had hoped.
Too thick to be quick. Because Han always shoots first.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
It was
the
faster than
problem is
Destiny
out.
Bond. Yeah, it was faster than Destiny Bond. Oh, man.
Okay, I'm feeling a little bit better about things.
Looking at that level, I'm looking at yours. I don't know that I'd feel that better yet.
Oh!
Yep.
I did not expect it to hurt me that much.
Yep.
Well, that's game over. I can never win. Ugh. That level saying, I should be higher level than you, Christian. What the crap
I
is
am.
wrong with you?
I just could not get past the Elite Four. I was struggling this time. It kept on coming down to just the Charizard, but then he would get poisoned, and then I wouldn't beat everybody before the poison killed me.
This is ridiculous.
Yeah. Now, I don't remember what his last Pokemon is. You might have a
I
chance.
can't win. I have to get very lucky to win. Because this is not a good matchup.
It depends on what moves you have.
Uh,
You're like 8. You're a lot of levels ahead of him. You are 2. And then 15, 16, 17. You're
I
17
really
levels
don't
higher.
know what to use against this.
I don't know what your moves are, so it's a psychic grass type. You can see hovering over it.
Yeah, I just
Great.
cannot remember what sweet was.
It's in the server. I regularly reference it. Go to the memories. or the-
YOLO?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, it just misses. Whatever.
No.
That sounds about right.
What a disaster. Ice, I believe, is strong to grass, actually, so I think that was the right move.
If I miss again, it's just bad luck.
Okay. Oh. It all comes down to this.
What even is the last one?
Water versus
Oh.
water.
Nope, that's my
Oh.
strongest normal move. I can try this. Yeah, no. Can't do it.
Oh,
The level gap was too high.
so close, dude. Though that's the
was really
closest
close.
fight I think you've ever had.
I was nervous.
Oh my gosh.
That annoys
Alright.
me, but whatever.
I'm sorry.
Sorry.
I mean, you got me down to one
Next
left.
Pokemon
You did
battle
a
we
great
do,
job.
I am purposely over-grinding just to kill you. I don't
It's
care
such
if I
an
have to
off-
go to level 100, because that was annoying. Goodness gracious.
Is Psychic
What items did you...
is Psychic super effective against Fighting type?
Yes, it is.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
I didn't know he was psychic.
Yeah, if you hover over his water and psychic. You have a leaf move?
Yep. My type coverage is great, but I just can't handle getting hit by really hard moves.
Ooh, Taco Bell boy. He's fast.
Okay, this is
He shot first.
It didn't matter against Charizard. Actually, he didn't get to shoot first against Charizard. Charizard was so high level. Fighting Charizard was basically fighting George Lucas.
Yeah.
Oh no. I have historically have never survived these.
Yeah. What?
Oh wow.
Oh, I missed! No! Yeah.
Wow. That was impressive. Forgotten one.
That's
Oh.
You're faster. That's the problem.
Yep.
Yeah. None of my Pokemon will survive a Thunderbolt.
That Raichu is very fast.
Yeah. Well, there's none of my any Pokemon I throw out die, so I'd rather lose him.
Yeah, fair enough. You've already knocked out 2 of mine, and I'm nearly dead with them. And 2 or 3 of them are nearly dead too.
It's not going to be enough.
I don't think this is gonna work. Let me try it. Okay.
I'm done. My best team playing through the game, and it's doing the worst in Poke Battle. I just give up in this.
I think this will change once you finally actually get the opportunity to, like, you know,
I should have just
Like-
cheated more levels.
have a full team. Like, you're half the team. Even level 100 half the team. It's wildly unfair.
Yeah.
What? What? You snapped out of confusion instantly.
I hate a berry.
You have an anti-confusion berry?
He's very focused.
Where did you even find that?
Lumberry.
Was that in the game?
Yeah. Berry Forest.
Oh man.
What do I do against this?
Is it rock? What type?
It's
Rock
rock
flying.
and flying.
Okay.
You know what you must do.
Well, I don't have
wait,
a move that's
no.
strong against this.
Yeah,
so
wait, I forgot
Psychic.
Blizzard.
Ancient power hits hard.
I think you just won.
I don't think maybe unless I'm faster. If you're faster, you win.
Yeah, right now it's just speed. It's purely a speed match.
You're faster.
Oh!
Sounds about right.
Dang. Close. Oh my gosh.
We have a new
That-
champion.
No, I don't think the odd. You're still winning. My math has me. I'm at 4 wins now. You're still at 5 overall, Christian.
6 since he
So-
beat me.
Oh, you're right. I'm still 2 below.
No, but like
Complete
for,
wipe with my best team I've ever had. Yay.
for this game, you are the champion.
Yeah. Hollow victory, though it may be. Austin, it is true. This time, you were lost to an unfair fight anyway. But do remember that the next game coming up, I think you've got some ideas for what you're gonna do on the next generation. Whenever we get to that platinum, right?
Yeah, I'm not gonna be fair anymore.
I mean, you should grind up to what you get, but you could grind up to level 100. I assume we're gonna be fighting 4 level 100 things, right?
That might be a little overkill.
Alright, well, fellas, now that we've done that, there are 2 items left on the agenda. Item number 1. Now that that's over, Christian, what is your Pokemon tier ranking for this game and then also the rest of the series? Go.
So I would put this. I would put all of Gen 3 in A tier.
Now, is Leafgreen FireRed higher or lower than Ruby Sapphire Emerald?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So did not dethrone the king, eh?
No, it did not.
Alright. So what about Gen 2 and Gen 1 for you?
Gen 2 and Gen 1, I would say a C minus.
For both of them?
Let's give Gen 2 a C plus.
Okay.
They're both C's. Like they pass,
okay, yeah, but
there's no
I
gold
think
stars.
I feel like they've lowered a bit since... We'll have to go back and look at the thing, but I feel like they've lowered a bit since we played them, actually. I think they were originally higher for you.
I think they were.
I think for myself, I'll say this. Okay, well, I guess, yeah, give me your final thoughts, too. Any other thoughts about FireRed Leafgreen in particular that puts it where it's at for you?
Just a really solid game. I have a lot of memories of it, a lot of nostalgia, but, I mean... We picked this game up, and even in my old age, I still thoroughly enjoyed it. So, I mean, this is a game that has held up, at least in my opinion, has held up the test of time. So, it's staying at A for now.
Oh. All right. I'll go next. So originally I rated this an A in my, like, just playing it casually by myself when I first played it. It was a 5-star game. Doesn't mean it's a 10 out of 10, but it's up there. I gotta say, on this most recent replay, I was so ready to be done for most of it. And I can't tell how much of that's just this game and how much of it is we've just been playing these back to back to back, and we're older and more stressed now, and it's not in its original context, and I'm not watching the show along with it. But I can say that just experiencing it now, this is the least fun I've had with the game so far on the podcast. It's been the most grindy and least interesting, but I actually don't think it's because the game's that bad. I think we're dealing with no new mechanics, because that was all the last gen, and no new story, because that was all the first gen, and I think it kind of is. I think this is the type of game that's best experienced without actually playing the original. So trying to, as a remake, we were talking about that earlier, as a remake, I actually kind of think it fails in a lot of ways, because if you've played the original, sure, it's a great introduction and update to the original, but if you've played it, it's really not different enough, in my opinion, to warrant, like, this grand replay, unless you're just absolutely addicted to this series, or Gen 1 in particular, and really want that fresh code. But it's a great introduction if you've never played a game, one of these games before. It's finally kind of in the modern aesthetic and a lot of the modern battle systems. So kind of combining that, I did not have a lot of fun on it, but also thinking about how good it is as an entry point. I think I'm going to rate it a B. I don't know if it's a plus or a minus. There's not another B right now, so I don't have to worry about that. But it's the first one to break out of the dreaded C scale for Dolan. So, give it praise for that. And Austin, after all the misery that we've put through, is this game going to the bottom of the pile, or has it earned more respect than that from you?
No, I'm trying to... I would say it's probably a B minus for me. Didn't stand out too much. I do put Ruby and Sapphire, I think, above it slightly. So I think Ruby and Sapphire would be a B. FireRed Leafgreen would be a B minus. Gen 2 would be a C+, and then C for Gen 1 original.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot to mention my others. It was, So I'd say B-ish for Leafgreen, FireRed. I'd say C+ for Emerald. I'd say C straight up for Gen 1, and then C- for Gen 2 was mine. But, sorry, throwing that in there. But, Austin, any other final thoughts about Leafgreen, FireRed, that whole deal?
My last final thought is, Christian, we will meet again, and this time you will die.
Alright, so rivalries are being forged. Yeah, Christian's the guy to hunt for now, but Austin, you're going to have to wait a little bit to get your revenge in Pokemon, and you might have a chance to get your revenge in something else first, because we promised at the start of this episode we were going to hint at what the future of the Gameboys podcast look like, since we're taking a bit of a break from Pokemon. And you want to tell us what one of those games we're going to get in the next core is?
We have started, and am super anxious to start doing into a podcast format, playing through the Halo series.
Yeah. We're hitting 1 through at least 4, because that's in the Master Chief Collection, and then 5 and 6 are kind of, we'll see how it's going, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so, and you have a lot of history with the Halo series that you're actually going to be hosting that podcast, right?
Yeah, that's a childhood game series.
That's fantastic. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to that as well. We've already kind of started working on that. And then just to also fill time, because sometimes it's hard to get footage for all that together, we're also starting a different series. Christian, you want to reveal what the other one we're going to be working on alongside Halo is?
Well, yes.
Did you forget?
No. I was trying to think of an impromptu pun or something, but I blanked. So I just...
What you could say that your memory is residing in evil in this case, right?
Yes. Let's say that.
So what's the series, Christian?
Oh, I love the awkward silence. Resident Evil.
Yeah. So yeah, we're going to be going through those, and I guess the final thing to talk about before we sign off is just that we're trying a new podcast strategy, because it's so hard for us to get these episodes out, where we're going to record kind of a bunch in a row on a related series, and then release them bam a week with some shorts in between. So yeah, look forward to that. Let us know if you like that system where you get a little bit more consistency with bigger breaks in between, rather than like one episode every month or something like that. And hit us up if you're excited about the series, what you want to see first and what you want to see next. Yeah, I think that's all I got. I'm Dolan Malma. Someone else say something. Something. Oh gosh. Okay. Austin, then Christian, say goodbye, I beg you.
Goodbye, I beg you!
But I walked right into that one! Oh, this is us signing out for Season 2, Core 1. God bless.
Gotta catch you later.
Oh, man. Wow.
I should go to bed.
I got a shotgun. The pain hurts. The pain hurts. I fight back the demons till the day I die. The pain